Hey, this is Nick. This video is just going to be some random information about cordless drills that I thought might be useful. So, I've got this 18 volt Craftsman one, and I've only ever had one battery pack for it, and it finally died. So, rather than replacing all the cells in that, or, buying a new one, I decided to make an adapter, because I've got a whole bunch of these Black & Decker ones. Now, these have a completely different connector, but it's actually pretty easy to make an adapter. What I do is I took the top half of the Craftsman, and the bottom half of the Black & Decker charger, and that's here. And I put those together, and I wired it up to an AC plug, because that has the same pin spacing as this connector here. And you only need the top and bottom pins, so you can get away with just using one of these. So, this fits into here, and I spent some time lining it up so that the little clip on the back of this thing actually locks into place. So that means you can keep this whole thing together and change out batteries as if this were a Black & Decker drill. So that works pretty well. Okay, this is an interesting discrepancy I noticed in different brands of 18 volt batteries. On the left there's the Black & Decker, and you can see that there's 15 cells in here. There's 3 rows of 5. That gives you 18 volts because the NiCads are 1.2 volts each. Now on the Craftsman one, they've actually got an extra cell on there. So this measures 19.2 volts and quite a bit more than that when it's off the charger. So if you're going to use these things for anything other than power tools and in your own projects or something, it's worth knowing that that battery will have a lot more voltage in it and might burn up whatever you're trying to run. And it kind of makes me think, I wonder why they put that extra battery in there and still labeled it as 18 volts. And if I was a little more cynical about it, I might say that in reviews of 18 volt power tools, the Craftsman's ones would probably work better just because they've got more voltage going for them. Anyways, just something interesting. Okay, and finally we've got this drill. This one's a 12 volt, it's a cheapy Buffalo Tools, which is maybe a Walmart, Big Lots brand, I don't know. Anyways, it did not have a NiCad pack with it at all when I got it for free, so I ended up wiring up this heavy gauge wire to it. And I put those onto little connectors, and then I've got this going to a lead acid battery. And I've got this sort of thing on here that's just a bunch of reinforced duct tape, so you can carry this around. So it's still reasonably portable, and it obviously works. But the big difference between this and NiCad is that there's about 3 or 4 times the runtime of a NiCad pack, because you've got a lot more amp hours of capacity in there. So in some situations this might be a useful thing, and it might be worth the trade-off of having to carry around a heavy battery.